She was born into the richest family in the galaxy. Yet before her first birthday, her own father ordered her to disappear forever. Not because she was weak, but because a single prophecy claimed the abandoned daughter will one day destroy the greatest empire ever built. Every alien noble feared her. Every servant refused to touch her. Until one ordinary human found the lonely child and saw something no one else could. Not a monster. Not a curse. But a little girl who simply wanted someone to love her. That single act of kindness would ignite a revolution and change the fate of every civilization in the Milky Way. Across thousands of star systems, no family possessed more wealth than House Worth1. Entire planets paid tribute. Massive fleets protected their territory. Even emperors negotiated carefully whenever Lord Worth1 entered a room. His fortune couldn't be counted in credits anymore. It was measured in galaxies. Every luxury imaginable surrounded his palace. Artificial suns, crystal oceans, floating gardens stretching for miles, cities carved entirely from white starlight. To outsiders, it looked like paradise. Inside, it was ruled by fear. Every servant lowered their eyes. Every noble competed for power. Every smile hid another betrayal. Lord Kale believed emotions were weaknesses. Only strength mattered. Only bloodlines mattered. Only perfection deserved survival. When news spread that his wife had finally given birth to an heir, the entire galaxy celebrated. Fireworks exploded above countless worlds. Trade stopped for a full day. Millions watched the royal announcement. Everyone expected the future ruler of House Worth1. Instead, silence filled the palace. The newborn princess wasn't crying. She simply stared upward, with glowing silver eyes unlike any alien ever recorded. Ancient priests immediately became nervous. Those eyes appeared only once every 10,000 years. According to forgotten legends, they belonged to the child of balance. Deep beneath the palace, hidden below hundreds of security levels, an ancient chamber remained sealed for centuries. Only the oldest prophets could enter. There, a machine older than civilization itself awakened. No one knew who built it. No one understood how it worked. It simply never lied. The priests carefully placed the newborn princess inside. Light surrounded her tiny body. Symbols filled the air. Galactic maps rotated overhead. Then, the machine spoke. Its voice echoed through every hallway. Subject identified. Future probability 99.98%. The room froze. The daughter of House Worth1 will become the cause of the noble empire's destruction. Silence. One priest collapsed. Another began praying. Lord Kale remained perfectly still. His wife burst into tears. There must be another future. The machine answered. There is only one path. Those words changed everything. The richest father in the galaxy stopped seeing his daughter as his child. From that moment, he saw only a threat. 3 nights later, no celebrations remained. No music echoed through the palace. Instead, the royal guard received a secret mission. Commander Zarek entered Lord Kale's private chamber. My lord, the transport is ready. Kale never looked away from the stars outside. Take her. No witnesses. No records. Erase every trace. Commander Zarek hesitated. My lord, she is your daughter. Kale slowly turned. His cold eyes ended the discussion. My daughter died the moment the prophecy was spoken. If sacrificing one life saves trillions, I will not hesitate. The commander bowed. But inside, even a lifelong soldier questioned the order. He had fought monsters, pirates, entire fleets. Yet abandoning a baby felt far worse. Far beyond the noble territories. A forgotten moon drifted through empty space. No cities. No armies. No valuable resources. Just endless frozen deserts. Commander Zarek landed quietly. The tiny princess slept peacefully. She had no idea. Her own father had condemned her. The commander gently placed her inside a small survival capsule. Enough food. Enough warmth. Enough oxygen. Just enough to ease his conscience. I'm sorry, he whispered. You deserved better. As the transport lifted away, the baby finally opened her glowing silver eyes. She didn't cry. She simply watched. As everyone she had ever known left forever. 3 days later, a battered cargo ship entered the system. Its engines barely functioned. Its captain owed money across half the galaxy. His name was Ethan Cross. A human. Not a soldier. Not a hero. Just a salvager. Most aliens considered humans forgettable. Too emotional. Too compassionate. Too unpredictable. Exactly why Ethan often worked alone. While scanning abandoned mining stations, his sensors detected an impossible life signal. On an uninhabited moon. He frowned. No one's supposed to be alive out here. Curiosity changed his course. Hours later, he found the capsule. Inside, a tiny alien child reached toward him. Not afraid. Not crying. Just smiling. Ethan froze. Someone had abandoned a baby. In the middle of nowhere. He quietly whispered. What kind of monster could do this? Without thinking twice, he picked her up. At that exact moment, thousands of light years away, ancient warning systems activated. The prophecy had officially begun. Back aboard his old cargo ship, the little girl refused to leave Ethan's side. She laughed whenever he spoke. She grabbed his finger with surprising strength. The ship's AI scanned her. Unknown royal alien genetics detected. Probability of noble origin 99%. Ethan sighed. So somebody powerful threw you away. He looked into her glowing silver eyes. You deserve better than being remembered as a mistake. He smiled softly. I think I'll call you Lyra. The little girl giggled. Outside the viewport, stars drifted peacefully. Neither of them realized. Entire armadas were already searching. Not to rescue her, but to make sure she never lived long enough to fulfill the prophecy. The old cargo ship wasn't much to look at. Its engines rattled. The lights flickered. Half the doors refused to close properly. To most of the galaxy, it was junk. But to Lyra, it became home. Every morning, Ethan repaired broken machines while the little girl followed behind him with tiny, curious steps. She wanted to touch everything. Every glowing wire. Every blinking screen. Every strange tool. Whenever Ethan explained how something worked, she listened with complete fascination. You'll make a better engineer than I ever was, he laughed. Lyra answered with a bright smile. For the first time since she had been abandoned, someone celebrated her curiosity instead of fearing it. Weeks turned into months. Months became years. The frightened infant slowly became a joyful little girl. She loved old human stories. She laughed at terrible jokes. She collected colorful rocks from every moon they visited. Every new planet became another adventure. Every sunset became another memory. To Ethan, she wasn't an alien princess. She wasn't a prophecy. She was simply his daughter. Not everyone welcomed Lyra. Whenever they landed at busy spaceports, people stared. Some whispered. Others walked away. Her glowing silver eyes made everyone uncomfortable. One afternoon, a merchant suddenly froze. He looked directly at Lyra, then immediately dropped to his knees. It can't be. The silver child. More merchants gathered. Fear spread like wildfire. Parents hurried their children away. A security officer stepped forward. You should leave. Ethan frowned. She's just a kid. The officer shook his head. You don't understand. Old legends say silver-eyed children bring the end of civilizations. Ethan looked at Lyra. She stood quietly beside him. Confused. Hurt. She didn't understand why strangers hated her. Ethan knelt beside her. Listen carefully. It doesn't matter what people expect you to become. It matters what you choose. Lyra nodded silently. Those words stayed with her forever. Lyra turned 12. She had grown kind, patient, and unbelievably intelligent. But one afternoon, everything changed. A mining station exploded. A reactor overload sent thousands running for safety. Steel beams crashed everywhere. Fire spread through the station. Ethan sprinted toward trapped workers. Stay behind me. But Lyra saw something. A little alien boy trapped beneath the collapsing ceiling. Without thinking, she reached forward. Instinctively, the air itself stopped moving. Falling debris froze in midair. Flames bent around her. Time seemed to hesitate. Everyone stared. The impossible lasted only seconds. Then, the steel beams gently floated aside. The child escaped safely. Silence. Hundreds of witnesses looked at Lyra. No machine had done this. No technology. Only horror. The station cameras recorded everything. Within minutes, the footage reached worlds across the galaxy, including House Verathon. Deep inside the royal palace, Lord Kale watched the recording. Frame by frame. Again. And again. The silver eyes. The human. The impossible power. His daughter had survived. His advisors panicked. My lord. We must mobilize every fleet. Another suggested. Destroy the planet immediately. A third whispered. The prophecy has begun. Kale remained silent. Finally, he stood. No. I made one mistake. I allowed compassion. This time, I will finish it myself. Across the palace, the largest military fleet ever assembled prepared for departure. Entire moons served as shipyards. Thousands of warships launched simultaneously. The richest noble in history wasn't preparing for war against an empire. He was hunting one girl. That night, Ethan finally told Lyra everything. He showed her the old survival capsule, the royal symbols, the forgotten data logs. You weren't lost. You were abandoned. Lyra listened quietly. My real parents. They didn't want me? Ethan took a deep breath. They were afraid. Fear makes people do terrible things. She looked down. So, I'm dangerous? Ethan smiled gently. No. Power isn't dangerous. The person using it decides that. Tears rolled down Lyra's face. You still chose me. Ethan laughed softly. I chose you the second I saw you smiling. You've always been my daughter. For a long moment, neither of them spoke. Outside, unknown to them, dozens of stealth warships entered the system. The attack came without warning. Missiles struck the outer docks. Explosions shook the colony. Emergency sirens echoed across the settlement. Children screamed. Families ran. From the clouds, black armored dropships descended. Elite soldiers flooded the streets. Not pirates. Not invaders. Royal executioners. Their orders were simple. Find the Silver Child. Eliminate anyone protecting her. Ethan grabbed Lyra's hand. Run. Laser fire erupted behind them. Buildings collapsed. Smoke filled the streets. The executioners closed in from every direction. One commander raised his weapon. There. The target has been identified. Lyra turned. For the first time in her life, she saw soldiers wearing her family's royal crest. Not coming to rescue her. Coming to kill her. Something inside her awakened. Her silver eyes began glowing brighter than ever before. The ground trembled. The sky darkened. Every soldier suddenly realized. The prophecy had only just begun.